DCHS Medical Reconstructuring continues with hiring Berkeley Research Group, and teal pumpkins are a welcome sign for kids with allergies this Halloween.
Ross Ray will have your latest forecast, and Grant will be back with sports. Hi, I'm Don Edwards.
And I'm Grant Lukens, and this is Public Eye News. Financial reconstructing of the Dickinson County system continues after the hospital and county board meeting on Monday. In the first of the two meetings, the DCHS Hospital Board authorized the hiring of the Berkeley Research Group to help them see the feasibility of reconstructing in different ways. The Berkeley Research Group was both the cheapest option and had a good record for helping other hospitals out of Newberry. The study conducted by the research group will take 8 weeks to complete and will cost the hospital between $50,000 and $75,000. The Marquette County Health Department is offering a new type of training, and it's called REST training. REST, or Respite Education and Support Tools, is designed to help you better learn to assist loved ones. The hands-on class focuses on the do's and don'ts of helping someone in need. The 4-hour course is put on by the Upper Peninsula Commission for Area Progress, or UPCAP. Anyone can attend the class, and for information on where the class is, visit upcap.org.
Jack Lepresto is sentenced to 1 year in prison after leading police on a car chase lasting 10 minutes. During the chase, Lepresto's stolen vehicle reached speeds of more than 100 miles per hour. Delta County law enforcement deployed stop sticks, ending the car chase in Blackwell Avenue in Gladstone. Lepresto pleaded guilty to charges of unlawful driving away from a motor vehicle, fourth-degree fleeing and eluding a police officer, and was sentenced to 1 year in jail on those charges. Lepresto also pleaded guilty to reckless driving and was sentenced to an additional 93 days. Trick or Treat. Marquette's Downtown Development Authority is at it once again with the help from local businesses. The Teal Pumpkin Project lets trick-or-treaters know that there are safe alternatives for kids with allergies. Lacey J. Hartzell, sales manager for Watson & Watson Jewelers, said, quote, "It's really an initiative to be more inclusive for all children. There are so many allergy situations that have come up in recent years," end quote. Downtown trick-or-treating runs Saturday, October 27th from 4 to 6 p.m.
Marquette County Police have received reports of a new scam affecting residents in the area. The scammer threatens to release videos of the targets viewing pornographic materials unless they are given bitcoins. Marquette PD and the NMU PD have gotten many reports of this scam being attempted. The scam is a multi-step process where first the scammer says they have your passwords, and because of this information they have gathered, they have videos and pictures of you viewing pornography. Please say that if you are contacted by a scammer, you should change all passwords and monitor your credit report for suspicious activity. Voters in the 38th Senate District will watch the Republican and Democrats face off in a candidate forum on Thursday from 7 to 8 on TV6. The forum will also air on Public Radio 90 Sunday from 1 to 2, and the Mining Journal will also provide additional coverage of the event. Republican candidate Ed McBroom and Democrat candidate Scott Dianda will compare viewpoints on many issues affecting the UP, from energy to tourism. The forum will be moderated by media members as it goes on. And after the break, we'll be back with your national and international news. Stay tuned.
They're paying into a pension that the state promised is going to be there.
They have effectively raided pension funds. The bill will come due.
Many pension funds take on more risk. They're trying to gamble their way out of the problem.
Get the New York money managers out of my pension!
This is a crisis of epic proportion.
Tonight at 10 and Thursday afternoon at 2 on Public TV 13.
And welcome back. A bomb was found in the mailbox of billionaire philanthropist George Soros. Federal agents were summoned to the house on Monday by a security officer 50 miles from Manhattan. Federal agents were able to detonate the bomb safely. The FBI has confirmed that they are investigating but declined to comment. New York police have been sending counterterrorism units to all of Soros' connected cities. The attacker has yet to be identified by police. Turkish Prime Minister Tayyip Erdogan is not buying Saudi's explanation of what happened to U.S. resident Jamal Khashoggi. Khashoggi died in the Saudi consulate in Turkey on October 2nd. But how he died, who killed him, and why is still a matter up for debate. Angelica Alvarez has more details from the White House.
Turkish President Tayyip Erdogan says Jamal Khashoggi's death inside the Saudi consulate in Turkey was no accident.
Jamal Khashoggi was murdered inside the consular premises, inside the consular building.
The Saudis claim Khashoggi died during a fistfight shortly after he entered their consulate in Turkey on October 2nd and claim it was an interrogation gone wrong. But Erdogan says it was a planned operation, and he called on the 18 suspects in Saudi custody to be tried in Turkish courts.
This murder, yes, was indeed committed in the Saudi consular building, which is considered as Saudi soil. But one must not forget that that area is within the boundaries of the Republic of Turkey.
President Trump is also questioning the Saudis' explanation of what happened. He says he still believes it was a plot gone awry.
And I will know very soon. And I am not satisfied with what I've heard.
The president dispatched CIA Director Gina Haspel to Turkey to get the latest on their investigation. And Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin met with Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman.
This brutal murder of a journalist, of an innocent man, of a dissident, will not go without an American response.
But President Trump has ruled out any response which would stop the multi-billion-dollar sale of weapons to the Saudis as retribution for Khashoggi's death.
15,000 medical workers are on a 3-day strike at 5 University of California medical centers amid disputes about pay and job security. The strike has caused many surgeries and outpatient dates to be moved to later on. Workers include radiology technicians, respiratory therapists, and pharmacy workers who are striking all across California. Emergency rooms have remained open, but the strike is still affected thousands of patients, including over 241 high-risk surgeries. 10 critical patients, including children, had to be moved to different hospitals. The largest ever recorded caravan of migrants from Central America has grown to an estimated 7,200 people or more, traveling through the southern Mexico. President Trump claimed yesterday that the caravan includes MS-13 gang members and Middle Eastern terrorists, but he gave no evidence. He insisted the migrants will not be allowed into the U.S. Adriana Diaz is in the town of Huiquestla, Mexico, where the caravan stopped for the night.
Under the sweltering afternoon sun, the caravan rumbled to a start again Monday. It took more than 7 hours to walk 25 miles. Some were only in sandals. Others hitched rides on whatever they could, even oil tankers, no matter how risky.
This is proof of the danger of this journey. A man has fallen from a truck. He landed here. You can still see his blood on the street. Police have just moved his body. As we were passing, we saw him being covered.
They want to reach Tijuana, a U.S. border crossing still roughly 2,000 miles away. They're surviving with help from local Mexicans, bringing clothes, food, and water to the roadside. There's generosity all around. Sergio Caceres, who's paralyzed, gave his only pair of shoes to a friend he made on the journey.
He says because of him, he's the one, his friend here with the strength, and people here are supporting him. He said, el chofer. He says he's the chauffeur.
Before sunrise, we met 19-year-old Christian, who asked us not to show his face. He says he lived in Texas since the age of 2 as an undocumented immigrant, but was deported to Honduras this year on a drug charge.
The first day I ever got deported to Honduras, I went to a street. That was my first time seeing somebody getting killed. You stay inside your house.
You lock yourself at home?
Yes, ma'am.
You say yes, ma'am, like a Texas boy.
Well, I was raised in Texas all my life.
A lot of people in the U.S. are worried about criminals coming to the U.S. You have a record.
Well, I know I got a record, but I'm not those type of people that not gonna go damage people's life. Most of these people out here ain't criminals. Most of these people are running away from the criminals in their country.
Adriana Diaz, CBS News.
Now for the break, we'll have your weather and sports. Stay tuned.
Dr. Jennifer Delin, the host of Ask the Doctors. Please join me and many of my colleagues this season for Ask the Doctors. All year long, we will explore important medical topics, talk about new treatments, and most importantly, answer your questions with doctors live in our studio. So join us this Thursday for Ask the Doctors right here on Public TV 13.
Call in and ask the doctors your questions about women's health Thursday night at 8 on Public TV 13.
And welcome back. My name is Roger and I'll be here with your weather today. Looking behind us at our wonderful Academic Mall, it's looking quite wet out there, and unfortunately those clouds are going to be following us throughout the week. Let's look at our current conditions. It is currently overcast with a temperature of 37 degrees, winds north at 18 miles per hour, and a barometric pressure of 30.27 and steady. Going on till later tonight, we're going to have a combination of rain and snow with a low of 32 degrees and our winds north at 10 miles per hour. And then going on to tomorrow, it's going to stay mostly cloudy with a high of 40 degrees and our winds northwest at 5 miles per hour. Let's look across our UP today. As you can see behind me, our entire UP is covered in clouds today. We're starting over here with our Sault Ste. Marie at 43 degrees, coming down to Manistee at 41, Escanaba at 41 as well, and then Menominee at 47. Going to our other half of the UP here today, we're starting over here with Iron Mountain at 44, going all the way to Ironwood at 41, going all the way up to Hone at 40 degrees, and coming back to our wonderful Marquette at 37. Let's look at your week ahead. On Thursday, we're going to have a high of 46, low of 39 with some rain. On Friday, we're going to have a high of 45, low of 40 with some more rain. And then on Saturday, we're going to have a high of 46, low of 38 with some clouds. Well, it's looking quite gloomy out this week, but hopefully our soccer team has some nice shining sun for them.
I hope. NMU's men's soccer has tied Davenport 2-2 at Caledonia on Sunday. A GLIAC tournament is now on the line for the men's soccer team if they lose their upcoming game. The NMU women's soccer team has been eliminated from the tournament after they lost their game against the Cardinals. The Dead River Derby's Rolling Riptide team from Marquette played the 8th annual Mitten Championship downstate earlier in the month. On October 6th, DRD went up against Kalamazoo and won 251-102. A day later, DRD secured a spot in the finals after beating Traverse City 169-149. On October 8th, DRD lost to Motor City 284-105, but still secured the second place spot in the tournament. The Carolina Hurricanes defeated the Detroit Red Wings 3-1. Michael Farland scored in his 4th straight game, and Sebastian Aho had an assist and set a new record for points scored in consecutive games. Madnock scored the final goal in an empty net in the final minutes of the game. Well, those are certainly some interesting sports stories, but I hear you got a more interesting story about a dog.
I have a dog of a story for you. It was not a cat in a tree, but rather a dog in a heating duct that took firefighters to a home in Virginia Friday night. The Fairfax County Fire and Rescue Department arrived to find the small pup trapped in the HVAC system of the home. The department said it had a happy and positive outcome for all. Isn't that just ridiculous?
That is. An amazing story.
They actually wrote out like a little pun for each one. It's ridiculous. And that's all the time we have for you today. Until next time.
The preceding program was produced in studios located in the Edgar L. Hardin Learning Resources Center by WNMU-TV, Northern Michigan University Public Television.